Welcome to our Beholds the Dragon program. This week's take-home craft has a paper dragon in it, and I have all the instructions. And when you open your bag, you're going to find all different kinds of shapes. So this turns into a cone for the body of our dragon. You can see their wings. These are the scales. The smaller version of the scales are really his teeth that go inside his head, and his head is a rectangle that turns into a tube. And then there's some finishing touches with eyes and ears, and I hope you enjoy the take-home kit this week. In 10 of the kits, there is a little plastic dragon, so maybe you'll be lucky enough to be one of the lucky ones to get a little dragon. Okay, enjoy our Beholds the Dragon stories today.
Oh, where is that son of mine? He was supposed to be here 15 minutes ago. I don't know what I'm going to do about that boy. He just doesn't act like a prince is supposed to.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm so late, Father. I was feeding the birds and I guess I lost track of time.
That's what I mean. You never act like a prince. Who ever heard of a prince spending all of his time feeding birds and playing with animals?
Well, how is a prince supposed to act?
A prince does princely sorts of things like save princesses and hunt down ferocious dragons. That is the reason I sent for you. The people of my kingdom are beginning to talk, so I want you to go on a dragon hunt. Bring back a ferocious, man-eating, fire-breathing dragon, and then everyone will know you're a real prince.
But I don't even know what a dragon looks like.
Nonsense. Everyone knows that dragons are big and scary.
Okay, I'll do my best.
That boy better bring back a dragon or else.
I've been wandering around now for nearly an hour, and I still haven't found a dragon. My father said dragons are big and scary. If they are, I almost hope I don't find one. I wonder if that's a dragon. He's big and kind of scary. I hope he doesn't hurt me. Excuse me, I was wondering something. Are you a dragon?
Me? Oh no, I'm not a dragon. I'm a monster. Dragons are big and scary, and I heard they can be green and sometimes purple.
Have you ever seen a dragon?
No, but I've heard about them in stories.
I'm on a dragon hunt, and I have to bring one back to my father.
Good luck. I'm glad I'm not in your shoes.
Why was I ever born a prince? I better keep looking for a dragon. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I wonder if that's a dragon. It's not very big. She isn't really scary, but she is green. I'm sure she won't hurt me. Excuse me, but I was wondering something. Are you a dragon?
Me? Oh no, I'm not a dragon. I'm a frog. Dragons are big and scary, and they breathe fire.
Have you ever seen a dragon?
No, but I've heard about them in stories.
I'm on a dragon hunt, and I have to bring a dragon back to my father.
Good luck. I'm glad I'm not in your shoes.
Oh, I wish I could go home right now, but I can't go home right now. But I can't find a dragon, so I better keep looking. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I wonder if that's a dragon.
He's big, he's kind of scary, he's purple,
but I can't tell you whether or not he breathes fire. Excuse me, I was wondering something. Are you a dragon? Me? Of course I am. Oh, what a relief. Gosh, you seem friendly too. Naturally I'm friendly. Why wouldn't I be? You see, everyone told me dragons were scary and they breathed fire and they captured princesses and did all sorts of other horrible things. I really don't know how all those stories got started. They aren't true at all, but I guess everybody believes them just the same. So why are you looking for a dragon? My father sent me on a dragon hunt. I'm supposed to bring a dragon back home and prove I'm really a prince and very brave. You wouldn't want to come home with me, would you? I live in a castle, and I promise I'll take very good care of you. Sure, that sounds like fun. I've always wanted to live in a castle. Oh, but there's one more thing. My father expects you to be a ferocious dragon. I'm not ferocious at all. I don't even think I could be. I know, maybe the kids will help us. Will all of you help the dragon be ferocious? Good. When I count to 3, will all of you roar a loud and ferocious roar? Okay, here goes. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that's great. Now, when Dragon meets my father, you can all help him be ferocious. Come along home with me and we'll give my father a good scare. That son of mine's been gone nearly a day. I certainly hope he brings home a ferocious dragon. Good, here he comes now. Well, Father, I'm home and I brought a dragon along. That's wonderful. I can't wait to meet the ferocious dragon. I'll send the dragon in to meet you, Father. He'll be right in. Ooh, that does look like a ferocious dragon. Okay, kids, are you ready? I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Roar! Oh no, the dragon's going to attack me. I better run for my life. That was great. You were wonderful. I'm going to tell my father the truth now. I've made some sandwiches that are ready for you in the dining hall. You must be hungry from all that roaring. Thanks, I am kind of hungry. Gee, this sure is fun. I think I'm going to like living here. The dragon's gone, Father. You can come out now. That dragon was too ferocious. Father, I want to tell you the truth. The dragon isn't ferocious at all. He's actually a very nice dragon. I asked all the kids to help Dragon roar so that it would scare you. I'm sorry to play such a mean trick on you. To be honest, son, I'm glad you didn't bring home a dragon that's ferocious. Let the people in my kingdom think whatever they want to. I'm glad you're the way you are. Can we go meet the dragon? Sure, come with me. He's in the dining hall eating a sandwich. I'm glad I went on a dragon hunt. And thanks to all of you for helping Dragon. Goodbye, everybody.
Did you know that you could have a dragon egg for a snack? I'll show you how to do that. You're going to have your mom or dad hard boil some eggs for you. Then you're going to crack the shell once it's cool. You're going to fill either a cup or a Ziploc bag with water, enough to cover the egg, and add some food coloring to it. So I have my bag all prepared. I'm going to put my cracked egg into the bag. And I'm going to let it sit, I think, most of this morning. And then we'll come back and check it. Okay, so I decided to make 2 of the dragon eggs. Let me see how they turned out. So you have to peel the eggshell off of your egg. Let me try the blue one. It's a little brighter than the green. And you can have that for a snack. Dragon egg. Our next story is called Dragon Was Terrible, and it's by Kelly DiPucchio with pictures by Greg Pizzoli, and it's shared with permission from Macmillan Publishers. Dragon was terrible. Naturally, dragons have a bit of terrible in them because they're dragons after all. But this dragon here, super terrible. He stomped on flowers. He played tricks on the guards. He spit on cupcakes. Who does that? Dragon, that's who. That's not all. He scribbled in books. He threw sand. He took candy from baby unicorns. Honestly, that's terrible. The king had had enough. Enough, he said. And he posted this sign: Brave knights, whoever shall tame the terrible dragon shall be rewarded with a gift. It shall be a nice gift. Ye shall like it. His Royal Majesty the King. Look who was here. It says, Dragon was here, is written on the castle wall. Knights lined up to show off their dragon taming skills. They all failed miserably, and Dragon just grew more terrible. He chased fuzzy yellow ducklings around the moat. He TP'd the castle. He burned every last royal marshmallow to a blackened crisp. The villagers had had enough. Enough, they said. And they posted this sign: Brave people, whoever shall tame the terrible dragon shall be rewarded with a gift from the king. It shall be a nice gift, we hope. Ye shall like it, perhaps. His Royal Majesty the King. Look, Dragon was here again. Ordinary blokes and lassies lined up to try their hand at taming the dragon. They all failed, embarrassingly so. And just when you thought it wasn't possible, Dragon grew even more terrible. He popped birthday balloons. He drew funny faces on the drawbridge. He burped in church loudly. Honestly, that's terrible and rude. A boy wearing a feathered cap and a look of determination had had enough. Only he didn't say enough like you thought he would. Instead, he sketched a story. The next day, Dragon followed a trail of marshmallows to a shady tree where the boy was reading. The boy spied the dragon out of the corner of his eye and began to read aloud in a booming voice. And then the brave dragon swooped in to save the princess, he said. The dragon stopped in his tracks. But the terrible knight pulled out his wicked sword. Dragon pretended not to listen. The brave dragon roared, and the fraidy cat knight trembled in his boots. Dragon pretended to walk away. A crowd began to gather, and Dragon took cover in a tree. The boy continued reading, page after page after page, until... Uh-oh, something's gonna happen. Snap! Crash! Dragon landed on the ground with a terrible thud. The crowd gasped, and the dragon roared. The clever boy didn't flinch. He reached out a hand to the dragon and said, "Would you like to hear how the story ends?" And just when you thought it wasn't possible, Dragon smiled, and he took a seat beneath the tree with the other children. Honestly, that's adorable. The king cheered, the villagers cheered, the baby unicorns and fuzzy ducklings cheered the loudest of all. At long last, the terrible dragon had been tamed. The end. Hey, wait, what about the reward? Oh yes, that. The gift was a new friend. A nice dragon, of course. The end. Our next story is called The Dragon Who Ate the Sun by Desiree Webber. In ancient times, people believed a solar eclipse was caused by a giant dragon eating the sun. People would come out into the streets pounding on their cooking pots to scare away the dragon. Of course, they were successful in their efforts because the sun always returned. But what really was happening was the moon was moving in front of the sun and blocking the light and heat of the sun. I will need your help with this story. When it talks about the people in the cities coming out into the streets to bang on their cookery, I need you to bang on a pot or maybe bang 2 spoons together to help me with this story. A long time ago, in the depths of the Yellow Sea near China, there lived a young dragon. Although the dragon was young, he was the size of 10 skyscrapers. He had big legs, a pair of strong wings, and large paws with claws like a tiger. His body was covered with fish scales, and he had 2 whiskers which grew from either side of his wide mouth. His parents named him Zenshu, which means pearl. Zenshu loved to swim in the sea among the other creatures, but often Zenshu would swim close to the surface of the water, watching the sunlight glimmer and dance upon the waves. Zenshu would look up into the sky at the warm, round sun. "I wish the sun lived in the Yellow Sea," Zenshu told his parents. "But the sun belongs in the sky," they answered. "Without the sun, the plants and trees would wither and die, and the people would starve." Still, every day Zenshu would watch the sun until one day he decided that the sun must come to live with him. Zenshu flew out of the water and into the sky. Up into the atmosphere he flew until he was next to the sun. Afraid that he would not be able to hold the sun safely in his paws, Zenshu decided to swallow it. He opened his mouth wider and wider and began to swallow the sun. Down on earth, in cities such as Peking, people pointed to the sky. A dragon was eating the sun. Everyone ran into their houses and grabbed their cooking pots and brass kettles and began to bang loudly on their cookery. All went the pots and kettles. Then suddenly everyone stopped. The sun was gone. Bright stars twinkled in the purple-black sky, and the flowers closed their petals. Up in the sky, Zenshu was uncertain what to do. He wanted the sun, but the loud clamoring of the cooking pots frightened him. Reluctantly, Zenshu opened his mouth and released the sun. He returned to the sea and was no longer afraid. Deep in the water, Zenshu could no longer hear of the pots and the kettles. I have a craft for you to try, and it's a different type of dragon egg. What you're going to take for this craft is you're going to take aluminum foil, and I put it inside of a plastic egg like this so I could get the egg shape. Then I'm going to take some clay, and I'm going to cover the egg with the clay so that you don't see the aluminum foil. So if you have Play-Doh at home, you could try that. You're going to cover your egg. I'll put some links on the Facebook page so you know, and on Pinterest so you can see how these eggs are made if you want to try it at home. Okay, so now you have your egg covered with clay. I have some little gems that I'm going to use to decorate my dragon egg with. You can make your dragon eggs as plain or as fancy as you like. I hope you enjoy making some dragon eggs this summer. There once was an emperor who lived in the rolling hills of China. Every day he loved walking along the rolling hills. One day during his walk, he saw the most beautiful red flower. The flower reminded him of his favorite animal, the powerful Chinese dragon. The emperor began a search for an artist who could draw him the perfect dragon. He sailed on the long, windy river. He climbed over tall, towering mountains. He traveled through thick, tree-filled forest. Finally, the emperor came to a place where two villages met. In those villages were two houses. In one of those houses lived a young man named Chin, and Chin had in his hand a paintbrush. The emperor cried out, "Are you an artist?" "Yes," answered Chin, "I am." The emperor asked, "What do you paint?" Chin answered, "I paint what my eyes see." The emperor clapped. "Can you draw a dragon?" Chin said, "I can try," and with a few strokes of his paintbrush, Chin painted a flaming red crown. The emperor stared at the painting. It was the perfect Chinese dragon. Chin was given a place of honor at the palace, and dragons covered all of the palace walls. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed our Behold the Dragons program. Stay tuned to the Facebook page and to the library's website for upcoming programs. And next week, will be making a Jack and the Beanstalk craft and the take-home craft. So I hope to see you all soon. Bye.